Project Your Will. How's everybody doing today? Today it is a little late, but we are going to do a May and June no buy, low buy catch up. We are going to look at my empties for the last quarter, and we're going to see how my project pan is doing. So first up, let's go and see how we did for May and June for our no buy, low buy, because our last update was in April. So I think when last we spoke in April, we were discussing how May was my birthday month and I was going to try and be a little bit more careful with my spending, but if I gave in a little bit for my birthday, you know, it's my birthday. I went hog wild. A couple of days at the end of May, checked my bank account and almost had a heart attack. So we are now on a no buy. So May was a write-off. I've decided none of this low buy business for at least 3 months. We are on a no buy. And how did we do for June? 100% no purchases under makeup, skincare, knicka-knacka bricka-bracka for my house, including lady heads, and no clothing or shoes. Did I spend $0? No, I did go with friends to the Midsummer Festival at the Scan Center, and I did buy myself this little bracelet for $5. And then I did, which I'm not wearing them, I did buy a pair of earrings from a relative of one of my best friends, and so she had taught me how to make a ring before. I had taken a class from her, and usually during the Scan Festival I buy something from her, and I did buy a pair of earrings. But other than that, since that was technically, I don't think jewelry per se was on my no buy list, because generally I don't buy a lot, but that was my only expenditures. But no makeup, no skincare, no clothing, no knicka-bricka bracket for the house, $0. So we did fantastic for June, and we're hoping for July and August we can do the same. Fingers crossed. So basically, as you'll see from the beginning, we kind of had to abort and restart. And we had tried that when January didn't go so well. We upped our budget a little bit and that didn't help. So now I think the letting us buy some stuff was not the right move for me. So definitely going to try to not buy anything. And boy, is it making it hard. If you check my new releases that I do anyways, because I do love to look at makeup, there's been so many amazing things. And in the next video I do, holy Hannah Montana, there is one of the most beautiful palettes I've ever seen in my life, part of it. And not gonna do it. We're gonna hopefully do, like I said, no. So for no for June, no for July, and no for August. And I'm hoping no for September as well, because I think unless the Halloween release comes out, there's one for Gourmand Girls, which will be, I'm trying to make that the only release I purchase, because I do love me some Halloween, but there's been some good palettes out that if I still feel my heart beating for them, there may be 1 or 2 that I get. But I may spread that over time too. But we're definitely going to do a 3 months of, again, no makeup, no skincare, no clothing, no knicka-knacka bricka-bracka for the house, including lady heads. And I'm now adding no jewelry to the list either, because I now have, I was looking for, not these, again, these are not the ones that I bought. These are a pair that I was gifted a year ago or so. But they're the perfect little kind of dangly earrings, and I will wear a crap ton out of it. And I have been wanting a bracelet for a while, and I do like my little dragon here, and it was only $5. But we've decided to add that to the list as well. So there we go. So fingers crossed. We did so good at June. I'm so excited. So I'm hoping I can keep that motivation through July, and then we'll see how August goes. And like I said, if we can do September, then if I can do all of them, then we will either consider doing a budget buy again, and then see if I can do something more like one palette a month, and if I 100% run out of anything. So right now I think I'm good for a while, especially on skincare, the majority of makeup. I may need a primer in a couple months, but we're gonna see how that goes. But there we go. So even though we had a rough start from the year, and now basically we're starting halfway through to start it again, and I am going to try and extend it to make up for the bullshittery was January through May and letting myself go nuts through May. I think it was because I already knew I had broken the budget and it was kind of like no slowing me down. It was like a rock down a hill. But like I said, I'm so proud that for June I bought nothing in any of the original categories. And like I said, jewelry is now on the note list as well. So now let's go on to how we were doing on our panning. So I do have a clip, and I'm not sure where I'm popping it in. I think it'll probably be after this, where I'm going through all the things that I panned. So if you notice some things missing from this, that is what it is. So let's go through some of the items that are in my little box here. And I'm gonna start with things that I've recently added. So I think since the last time we discussed new releases project panning in April, I was almost done the Moira Cosmetics. So I added the Cover Effects bronzer here. This one I had opened when I got it and then kind of didn't use it again, and then I was using a couple other bronzers that I've since panned, so I thought this one's open, this is the one we're going to use. So this is the one I do, especially if I'm not filming anything that's specific, this is the one that I want to use. And I've been using it for the last week or so, and I'm nicely seeing a little bit of wear in there, so that's really good. So that was new. I also had finished up a pressed powder by ZZ, and I was going to use another pressed powder that I have, but I couldn't help myself because I do have this one and another one because I bought it at a 2-for-1 sale. I decided to go, since it is my favorite pressed powder, before going to my Besame ones that I have, which are my, I guess, tied with ZZ for favorite powders. I decided to do another ZZ one first, and there we go. So that was added new. Let's see, was there anything else? Not that I added technically as Project Pan, but I did buy some more, and I think it was in the Sephora sale or for my birthday, I can't remember which. I ended up buying some more, yeah, it was for my birthday. The Tarte Maracuja, I had originally bought the smaller size bottle to test. I really loved it. And this is my, which I'm wearing today, is my summer foundation. So this is just light. I think it's more than a tinted moisturizer, even though it does say it does. I think is a little bit of a more foundation-y, but very lightly. So I'd say like a light coverage. So I've been really liking this. So I've now added this to my circle here. And then I think, oh, I did add a primer to it. So this is the Everything is Primed by the Balm. So if I've been using any shiny looks where I wanted a black base, since I've had this one open for a while, and you can see a huge divot in there, I thought I'm going to just leave this in the box. So whenever I want to do a shimmery eye look on a black base, I've got a black base. And I think that's it for new things. Oh, no, hold on. I think I lied. All right, I've added this blusher from Fenty Beauty. It's one of those, the magnetic ones where they kind of stuck together, and since I love orange, I decided to add this one. And because at the same time I had used up my Petal Poppin', so since I had already opened these, where is she? Oh, here we go. Sorry for all the noise. I added Peach Face to the list as well, and I have one more shade, a red one, that I'm going to put into Project Pan once we've panned this one and we have a nice divot. So I can't remember if I mentioned this back in April that we were adding it, but we did. So I'm 100% that's it. That's new stuff in my Project Pan. And she lies like a rug. Okay, so the other day I did, for my summer look, and I'm wearing this again today, I took out this Cover Effects highlighting palette. It's their 24-hour gold or 24 karat gold palette, and it's in the shades 24 karat gold, white gold, and rose gold. And I forgot how much I really like this, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to throw this in just in case if I didn't grab a highlighter or I don't know which one to use or I want a more natural one, I'll have this one. So I've added this to the pile. And then foundations. So NARS I had It's still a little bit in there, so I'm going to say there's a couple uses. So I think for the next quarter, this will definitely be used up. But again, it's just one of those things where it just keeps on giving. I don't really hear anything, but every time I squish some out on my sponge, I get more. So, but I'm going to say there's probably maybe a week's worth of looks left in there. So I had, in the month as well, added the Dose of Colors. This one was a little bit too light for me, so I had added some darkening drops, but I still think they may need a few more drops. But I've been in between using this, but I do want to use this up first. So I think I'm going to consider this week, try and finish this one off. And then because it's been so warm, work on this. And then if I go out for an evening, I'm going to use this. So that is definitely everything that is newish in my project pan. For my birthday, I had gotten the Laura Mercier loose powder in the Sephora birthday set, and I've almost used that up. So I had mentioned, I think the last time when I got this, that I wanted to stick this in Project Pan, which is the Kimchi Puff Puff Pass. I did indeed add this to use up as well. So now let's go and look at things that we've definitely been trying to pan. There's a few things that I've made a little less headway because I've focused on something else. So one of them is, I did do a little bit. So I would say the first month and a half, I was really focusing on the two, they were KVD at the time, or Kat Von D, I mean at the time, brow powders, the Brow Strack, which I really, really like. So I have gotten way farther, as you can see on, especially the dark one, but I have gotten farther on them, but still not as far. I had hoped that I would have used this one up at least, because I now have darker hair. Supposed to get my hair done on Tuesday, so, and I just got back from hanging out with my mom, and I had this little hat for in the sun. So the one thing I had been more focusing on, because I got my brows done, is using the Wonder Wax. When my brows are done and not out of the way or going crazy, I find that I like using a little bit of a wax, and I've really gotten far in this one, so I'm really happy about that. So I doubt another quarter, it might even be a little bit more than that, but hopefully one of these we're gonna have panned by the next quarter. Let's see, what else were we doing? Oh, I'm still working on the cream highlighter here from Wet n Wild. It's getting, the little pan there is getting wider and wider all the time. So I think for sure by the end of the year, I should have this finished up. But I use that in between if I want to use a lot of cream products, or I don't know which one to take because it's nice and almost holographic. I work on this one. I've done nothing really with the Besame blush. I'm going to leave it in here because I really do like this raspberry color and I want to use it. But I've been obsessed with orange recently, so there we go. So I haven't made any headway there. Same with the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't think I've touched this quarter. If I did, maybe once. I've used up the whole center, but I still have some of the outside to use. So I got to try again to go back to using that. So for eye primer, I've been using the Juvia's Place. This is another one that keeps on ticking, but I'm hearing less liquid in here. So I can definitely say this next quarter, it'll for sure be used up. I need to add a new mascara because I've used my one from Alpha, so I'm going to be adding a Essence mascara into this go round. And then another bronzer. Again, I had popped this in after I got it, and this is the one that I got from Sylvia, and this is the, oh, I love the smell, it smells like coconut. This is the one from Primark. So if I need a cream bronzer, this one is the one that I'm using to pan. And then let's see, I think finally that's a couple more things. The e.l.f. Putty Primer, again, I was using the one that is the, what is it, the shimmery glowy one. And as you can see, I've made a lot of headway in the last quarter. I've been kind of using this and then trying to use, because I like it, it looks really good with this glowy foundation, is the one from Makeup Geek. But on other days, I'm using this. So between this and the Makeup Geek, I'm probably good for another month or so. So then I will have to look at another one. And again, it'll probably be the regular e.l.f. Putty Primer. And then finally, because I think that's all we've ever talked about, is some setting sprays. The e.l.f. one is getting to less than half. This one I just like to do for shadows, in my eyebrow wax. I don't really like this one as a face setting spray. I don't know why. I do like the smell, but I use it for that. And then for setting spray, I've been working on the BH Cosmetic Paradise set. And I think this one, oh, I can kind of see through the pink. We're at the bottom here. So definitely can't think this lasted more than a month. So we will be using one of the other ones that I have. So those are getting there. So yeah, I think that is it for how it's going. Because January, February, March, April, May, well, maybe not so January, but February onward, we had so many palettes. I haven't been really able to start working on a lot of older ones, but now that I'm on a no-buy, I'm going to try and do a concerted effort to start rolling through my collection and then checking out what, and using ones that I loved that I haven't been showing any love. So we will do that. So I think that is it for catching up on how my low buy no buy is going, which is now a no buy. We made it through June. Can we make it through July? An extra day in July. Can we do it 31 days? We're gonna try. And how we're doing on our project pan, and you will see, we will do it for the next clip. You will see what products I did use up in the last quarter. So April, May, and for April, May, and June. So what you need to do is, if you're interested to see what I've used up in the last quarter, go on to the next clip. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we are on to the empties portion of our video. So I don't know where this is going to be in my editing, but again, we are going over our no buy, low buy for the last couple months, and I wanted to also go over some empties that we've used, and maybe we can also look at what I've been panning and how we've been doing, and if I've added anything to the product list. But let's start with some empties here. So I seem to have a small pile of empties here, so this is really great. So if any of these were in a previous one, I apologize. I usually try to then recycle and get rid of anything, but I can't remember because I do this empties quarterly. So one of these things was the Morphe setting spray, which I really enjoyed. So you can tell it was the can that kept on giving. I think I may have put it in empties, but then I was saying, oh, there might be a few more uses in it, and it just kept going and going and going. But now, like, can't even hear even a smidge of liquid. I have squeezed or sprayed out every little bit out of this. Would I buy this again? I probably will in the future. Right now I am using my Paradise set, and then I have another one that I want to road test, but the Charlotte Tilbury is my ultimate favorite, so we'll see if we go back to that or not. But I did like the Jumbo Continuous Setting Mist by Morphe. I very much enjoyed it, and I do highly recommend paying for the jumbo size. It is definitely, you get more bang for your buck. So there we go. Setting spray. I do have a few bits of skincare here. So why don't I go through, oh, maybe it's mostly skincare, a little bit of makeup, and mostly skincare. So yeah, so skincare, I was using the Inky List, the Oat Cleansing Balm. I like this a lot. I'm a really big fan of cleansing balms. I do like the fact that you could squeeze it out. Would I buy it again? I think I would. The price is right for sure, especially if you get it, say, on a Sephora sale. But I definitely do like the more balms that you can, you know, swipe out and put on your face. Favorites being the Sephora brand balm, because you definitely get a good, this one you do too as well, but the Sephora one takes a lot of makeup off. And it's a good size. It's like $14, and it's probably the biggest cleansing balm that I've seen that's been at a good price for a huge amount. So I would definitely like that one, and I've been trying to stick to that one, but I really do like the Inculus, and I really enjoyed the oat cleansing balm. If you want like something that squeezes out better than sticking your finger in it or a spatula in, then I would highly recommend, even though it's saying it's a cleansing balm, it didn't have the balm texture like a normal one, so like the e.l.f. one or the Sephora one, or one I will show next. But yeah, if you've been wanting to try it, it makes my skin feel really, really nice after. So I would highly recommend that one. And let's keep up with cleansing balms. Sylvia Monroe sent me from Primark the Balm to Oil Cleanser. I really did enjoy this one a lot. As you can see, I scraped out every little bit. I do like them when they come in these packages that I can scoop out. If I had easy access to this, I would totally buy this again. And I know in the UK it's classified as cheap, but it is a very small container. It's even more like e.l.f. level. So like I said, the Sephora one, which is like a good chonky one, that one's the one that I found that I got more bang for my buck, and it works really well. But there we go. Let's see, skincare. Okay, then to e.l.f. I've got the Holy Hydration Sleeping Mask, and I really like sleeping masks. So because they're usually more of like a heavy duty moisturizer. Why did I say conditioner? This is not for my hair. This one is with hyaluronic acid and peptides, and I really like this. And yes, Holy Hydration. So if I'm having a lazy night where I don't have time to do a lot of skincare, or I'm going late to bed, so I've double cleansed my makeup, then I'll usually put on a little eye serum, which is usually a retinol based one, and then I will put on a sleeping mask. And I really enjoyed this, and I would totally buy it again. Right now I'm using another one. I keep forgetting this brand's name, but anyways, I'm using another one right now, which is a seaweed one, but I think after I finish that one, I may go back to this. I really enjoyed that. So that was a win. Let's see for more skincare here. Oh, speaking of retinol eye creams, and this is the last one I use, and this is from the Inculus, and it's their retinol eye cream. I'm gonna say it's my second tube of this. Right now I'm finishing another one, and then I'm going back to this one, so which would be my third one. I did try another one that they had in i1, what was a roller. I liked it, but it seemed to go too fast. But the retinol one, I really enjoyed that, and I think it really did, if not erase the ones I have. I feel that since I've been using the like retinol style eye creams, that my the lines in my eyes have not gotten any worse. So I think that's a win there. Let's see. Oh, we've got another cleanser here. So there's a few drops in there, but I couldn't get the pump to get them out. So this is the Let's Melt It Off Gel Cleanser from Juvia's Place. I really like this. I loved their cleansing balm, but again, it's not expensive, but size-wise, bang for buck for me, for easy access to me to get it. Again, I'm going to go back to the Sephora one or the e.l.f. one. But I really, really did enjoy this. And if I ever do a Juvia's Place order again, I may pick up the balm and this one again. But I really like this as part of a double cleanse. So I would use a balm, and then I would use this cleanser, and yeah, all my makeup would come off. They're really good. I really enjoyed that. I don't know if it has a smell. Yeah, and all their stuff smells really nice too. I really like the packaging. It's kind of ombre effect. I really enjoyed that a lot. And it took me a long time to use this. So you don't use that much where you get a nice, where it covers your face. And so this one lasted ages. I want to say at least 4 or 5 months. Like, it lasted ages. It was a really long time. Just thought, just like with my Morphe setting spray, that it would never end. Another brand that I really like is Pacifica, and this is their vegan collagen serum complex. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I really like vegan collagen. I take it as supplements, but then I also like to use it on my skin. I have one from First Aid Beauty that I'm road testing at the moment, but I've tried, did I have the other one here? Yes, I did. So I'll talk about that one next. I tried 2 different versions. So this is the Vegan Collagen Serum Complex. And I think this is the one out of the two that I think I liked the best. So if I bought it again, I think I would get to this one. The other one in the same storyline is Vegan Collagen. It's the Overnight Recovery Cream flower extracts, and I really enjoyed that one as well. I think I scraped her right out and cleaned her out. I really enjoyed this one again. And again, overnight masks. Those are when I'm having, again, lazy makeup nights. I use it, or if I feel like my skin needs a little extra boost, then I will do all the serums and everything else, and then I will slap an overnight cream on there. So I really did enjoy that. But I think out of the two, I think I enjoyed the serum a lot more. Yeah, so there's that. And they're not that expensive actually for a really good skincare brand. Here's another e.l.f. item. This is the Daily Hydration Moisturizer. This one took a while too. Like, the tube doesn't look that big, but it took me a long time to squeeze it all out. And I do already have another one of these. I am right now using a Dose of Colors moisturizer because I love the Dose of Colors skincare. But I do have another one of these. These are the type of things that I also don't mind having an extra moisturizer as a backup because I don't want to run out. And yeah, so this one was really good. It's affordable. It's with purified water, jojoba, and vitamin E. I really, really dug this one. Ooh, I'm gonna be running out of battery, so let's hurry up with this. And then let's see, I think I just got one more skincare item and then some makeup related stuff. So this is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. This is an SPF 50. Yeah, so sun protection for the face. I really, really like this. It's just a little bit hard for me to get this one. I have to order it through an Asian skincare site, but I will probably get it again. Right now I'm using a local one for the face. I can't remember. Unless I'm holding it in my hand, I can't remember the name. But anyways, I really, really enjoyed this. Cassandra Bankson had recommended it and I really enjoyed it. Worked really well under makeup. And yeah, I would highly recommend that if you have access to that. And then let's get to the few makeup things we have. I finished a Fenty Beauty Cream Blusher. This is the one in Petal Poppin'. I don't think you could maybe a little bit see at the edge what the color was, but I really enjoyed this, and I've got another one in my set that I am working on panning. And the reason why I'm panning them is I've had them open for a while and I don't want them to go bad because they are a cream product, and plus I love them, so let's use them. Yeah. All right. Speaking of things that I've loved and panned, from Moira Cosmetics, I got the Caught in the Sun Bronze Goddess Duo. So this was a bronzer, and as you can see, I literally scraped right through the edges to get it all out, and I enjoyed the crap out of this. So if you're looking for a nice light powder bronzer where it has a regular bronzer and then a slightly shimmery one next to it, I do highly recommend the Moira one. And then I have a couple mascaras that I've used. So I finished using the Wet n Wild colored mascara. It was a purple one. You couldn't really see it on my eyes, but I really did love the brush, and I actually kept it a little bit longer so I could use the brush with other mascaras, but I think we're going to let it go now. And then here is the e.l.f. Big Mood. I just used it for the last time today for my summer look. Video should be up before. If I remember, I will put it in. But anywho, this is my third one, I think. So I really enjoy this. There's still some in there, but I think I've been using it for about 3 months. So I think it's about time. It's getting a little bit thick. So I'm thinking that I'm going to open another one now. So I thought, okay, while we're doing this video, now's the time to do that. Let's see. Oh, let's go one more e.l.f. item. This is sort of skincare, I guess. It's the Enhancing Lash and Brow Serum. I didn't think it did anything. So there we go. It was cheap, worth a try, but I wouldn't buy it again. I had a sample of the Professional. I used to use it back in the day. They're not cruelty free, but I can't remember how I got the sample, but I got the sample and I remember loving it. So I thought, okay, since I just got it as a free sample, I will use it. If I'm cruelty free, if you don't mind if things aren't cruelty free, I do. As a product, as how it works, this is an amazing pore filling, nice feeling primer. So it was kind of nice nostalgia to use it again. Speaking of primer, the Poreless Putty Primer. I've gone through, I don't know how many of these. Right now I'm using one of the shimmery ones. I do find the traditional original putty primer to be my favorite, but I think the shimmery one is kind of my second one. And then they've got a new one out. I can't remember if it's got skincare in it or what that story's about. If I see it the next time I need some more, I may pick that up. But I did enjoy that. And then finally, the last item on our list is from RCMA. I love me a good pressed powder. And as you can see, I use the crap out of it. I think when there was a teeny bit left on the edges, I just chopped it up and then I put it in my little thing here where I put powders on a panning. Sometimes I'm mixing up 2 or 3 to use little bits together because I do like to try and use all my makeup if I like it. And I enjoyed it. It was a beautiful translucent powder with no flashback. I do like RCMA. Their loose powder is one of my favorites. So if I ever need to get a nice cheap on or doing something through Beautylish, I would definitely get one of their loose powders again. But anywho, that is it. I think that was quite a good chunk. Wow, my battery couldn't even let me finish talking. So anyways, I can't quite exactly remember the last few words I said, but that was all my quarterly empties. I think that was quite a chunk, mostly skincare, but there you go. Sometimes makeup products do take a little bit longer to go through than something that you're using twice a day. So again, I don't know where I'm popping this in for the video. So this is the empties portion. So either we're out to the outro or we're out to the next part. So anyways, we shall see you in 2 seconds. Alrighty, so there we go. So we've caught up what we've been spending in the last, for May and June. We've gone over our quarterly empties and since we haven't done one since April, so basically May and June, how we're looking in our project pan, how far we're getting on certain items, what new items I've added, and in the previous clip you will see what items I used up in my empties. So anyways, and that's it for me. This video is probably going to be long enough, so if you'd like to give us a like, a comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, that's okay. You can keep track with me of how I'm doing on now my no buy and what kind of products I'm motoring through and what products I've been using. So that's it. So as usual, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.